Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Senior Meteorologist Chris Wamsley with America's Weather Streaming Channel. Wanted to give you an update on the storm briefing that we're going to have late this week over the Carolinas, Mid-Atlantic, and into the Northeast over the weekend. We're looking for a heavy rain threat, and this is Tuesday, September 19th, around 2 o'clock p.m. So what are we expecting? Around Thursday, Friday, we anticipate a low pressure system to develop off the coast of the southeast, bringing moderate to heavy rain with it. It will actually move up the Eastern Seaboard, and it may reach tropical characteristics where we call it a tropical system, but the threats are going to be the same. We're looking at heavy rainfall, coastal winds, and also some coastal flooding during high tides. So let's get into it real quick. On the right-hand side, you see the flash flood threat by the Weather Prediction Center in green. It has portions of the southeast, the extreme southeast coast, and into the Carolinas and parts of Virginia. And as we move from Saturday into Sunday, it'll move from Virginia up to the southern New England coast. So what are we going to anticipate? We're anticipating around 3 to 6 inches of rain. This is one model data that shows 4, 5, 6 inches of rain in the yellow and orange, and parts of the area shows further inland, some spots, with thunderstorm activity, you can get heavier rain, but the overall average, I would say 1 to 3 inches by the time you reach central portions of the Carolinas into Virginia, and then maybe into Pennsylvania as well. But the heaviest rain looks to be confined to the immediate third of the coastal sections. So North Carolina and Virginia will get the heaviest rainfall over more of a widespread area, and then into the coastal sections of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. This may be a little underdone, which model data usually are this far out, but I can anticipate an overall average of 2 to 4 inches, and then by the time you reach near the immediate coast, you're looking at up to 6 inches or more with that. And due to the fact this will be a slow-moving system, especially Friday and the Saturday, you're going to be looking at coastal surge happening from the east, southeast as the system moves up the east coast. So from Cape Fear and north, you can actually see some coastal flooding into Virginia and parts of the Mid-Atlantic. I would anticipate during high tide cycles, but the good news is we're in the first quarter of the moon stage, so it won't be as high as if it was a new moon or a full moon. So I wanted to show the anomaly at 500 millibars, and this is where the low looks to develop. This is around Friday, 7 a.m. Look at this huge low pressure system that's developing off into the west coast, and eventually I'll show you this huge anomaly coming out of central Canada. But right now you're showing like high pressure over Hudson Bay, a system in the west, and a system that's developing off the coast of the southeast. So as I put this into play, you can notice that the system moves somewhat into the Carolinas and Mid-Atlantic. At the surface, a lot of the model data is showing that staying off the coast or barely grazing. But this is the ensembles, and at 500 levels, they usually paint a better picture of where the low is going to go than at the surface. This far out, it's very hard for the models to figure out what the surface features are. But look at this huge anomaly coming out of central Canada. That will actually help with the system coming out west to produce severe weather over the central plains and upper Midwest Friday into Saturday. So I anticipate probably some large size hail and also some damaging wind. There could be a tornado or two, but I say for the most part it's going to be hail and high winds, the main threat. But that is a definite severe weather signature there going on. So as this system moves up, we're going to see some coastal flooding, like I said. So that's a quick update for you. My next update I anticipate by Thursday or as needed. You can always email me at chris@americasweathersc.com. I'm available. I always check my email and happy to answer any questions that you have. And with that, thank you very much for tuning in.